Hello. It's been a minute, and I just wanted to update. I had a pretty good weekend, a very good weekend actually, a lot better than I thought it would be. I um, I went back home and I spent time with my dad and my friends from back home. I went golfing with my friends from back home, and we actually got rained out. There was a huge storm. We only got to like hole 11 before we got rained out, but it was still fun. I mean, I wasn't playing my best golf either, but it was still fun. And then I also had a sleepover with my friends the night before that, which is pretty cool. And then I spent time with my dad, and I watched a lot of sports with him, and we were talking. And it was just really, really nice having people um, there to spend time with. And I was noticing that because now I'm gonna have a pretty tricky week ahead of me. And right now it's Wednesday, so I'm already like halfway through the week, and I actually have my Zoom class in 15 minutes. So, but I in a little bit I will, or I should say, earlier today my roommate left with his girlfriend, so it's just me. It's gonna be me for until like Monday. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with myself, because I also don't have lab for my class this week. It's just class, and today's the last day of class. So I have a Thursday until Monday to myself, and that's a little scary because I was today I was already struggling to figure out what I wanted to do. I went to the gym early in the morning, and after that everything was done pretty much because I really only look forward to going to the gym nowadays. But and if I don't go in the morning, I feel very unproductive. So I go in the morning, but then after that, I don't know what to do with myself. I do a lot of doom scrolling and playing like video games, which I mean, video playing video games in terms of like what I would rather myself do. I would much rather play video games than doom scroll because doom scrolling is so bad. It's so bad. So many hours can just go away, just like that. Um, but then again, video games itself in itself is also not the greatest activity to do. I just need to go outside more, and I think I might go on like hikes these next few days. I might even run a golf by myself, which is kind of daunting because I did only did that once before, and the last time I did that, I was awful, awful, and there were people behind me watching. It's like it's in my head because obviously people don't really care if you're not good at golf, but it was in my head, and I was like, oh god, don't mess up this shot, don't mess up this shot. But yeah, and I was kicking myself really bad, dude. It's so easy to get even more mad at myself when I'm playing by myself than playing with friends because it's just me and I'm just focusing on my shot. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to figure out what I will do with my free time. And um, with that, I was comparing today, and I'll probably definitely compare at the end of the week. I'll definitely compare my weekend to my previous weekend where I went back home, because just having people around that you know that you know well and you love spending time with, it makes a world of difference. It's it's actually insane. I was in such a poor mental state my last video before I left for the weekend, to the point where I was debating whether the trip I was gonna make back was even worth it. Um, I was proven wrong completely as soon as I got back. So it's really all in my head, but it gets so bad when I'm by myself and there's no one to talk to or to spend time with. Which is why I'm making these videos. It's hopefully speak to my future self. Just to have something or some idea of someone to speak to. And it helps. It does help. But I'm starting to notice that I I struggle being alone. And this isn't even because I know I'll probably look back at this and think, "Oh man, he's single. That sucks." But it's not even like that in that like aspect. It's being alone in general. Like no friends, no family, just you. This is just me in the house. The only other person here, which is not even a person, is Toothless, a little cat. So I'm watching my roommate's cat for him while he's up in Jersey. But that's it. It's just me. And I need to come to terms with that. I need to come to terms with being by myself. And I think I need to start uh, loving myself and spending time with myself more often. Because I I just get in such a bad mental state. Oh my gosh. When I'm by myself. Um, Switching up gears. I know I only have a few minutes before I need to join my class, but something interesting that happened today was I was playing Rocket League, and while I'm playing Rocket League, the guys that mow the grass out here for Collegiate Suites, they one of them came over on like riding these big lawn mowers right outside my window, and he must have hit a little pebble or something, and it launched straight into my window, and it broke it. So it's not that big, it's just a little crack. Well, it's a crack. It went all the way through. Well, not all the way through. My window has like two panes, and it went through the outside one. Outside one. Yeah, there you go. So that was a scare, especially because it was loud. I was like, what the hell happened? And I didn't even realize it was broken because until like a little bit later because my blinds were covering the spot. But the guy that broke it was actually super super nice. He came to the door. He was like, I'm so sorry. And actually, I'm not the only person that had this happen to them today. There were a lot of other people. One of them, he said the window pane on a door broke, which is 10 times smaller than my window, which is just so unlucky. But yeah, he was super nice, and he said just call our company, let them know what happened, and they'll send someone out to fix your window. So they were super nice about it. And it's just unlucky, but and like it doesn't even affect me right now. I mean, obviously they have to change the window, but it's not like my window is not sealed. It's still sealed. It's just the outside pane that's broken. So yeah, it was super nice of how they handled it and how they owned up to it. Um, so that was I'd say the most interesting thing that happened to me today, and it's still there too. I can I've definitely already taken a picture. Maybe if you're watching this, you can just look back and find the picture. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Um, what else? Yeah, I need to find something to do, places to be, activities to do that will. See, here's the problem. When I think of going on hikes or golfing, those are fun activities, but and I don't know why my mind thinks like this, but sometimes I compare those activities with the ones that I'm doing now, like doom scrolling and staying inside, in the way that it's it's something that passes time. So when I look at like hiking, I think, oh, that would be fun, but it's something that passes time as well. And I think I don't know how I'm able to compare doom scrolling to hiking. It doesn't really make sense, but that's what I've been doing, and it makes me not want to go out, or go hike, not go out. I mean, go hike. Uh, and an example of this was today. I told myself after I finished the gym, I would go on a run before my class. My class is starting in 6 minutes, so obviously that didn't happen. I don't know what stopped me. It was probably me being lazy. Uh, but I was like earlier today. I was super motivated to go on a run. Um, but now I'm not, and I don't know why. So I don't know why it changed like that. But it's also like a thing about discipline. I have goals for myself. I want to get a certain physique. I've even told myself like a long term goal is maybe competing in like triathlons and uh, running events. Maybe even I've seen a lot of posts of Ironmans, and they're kind of inspiring. But I I just don't think I have the mentality to actually perform in those. It would be so cool to run an Ironman and finish and hear them say, "Oh, you are now an Ironman." I just think that would be sick. But I that's as of right now, I'm not really working towards it. I wish I should. I don't know. I have these goals. I have all these goals that seem so cool. They're so glorified in my head that I think they're out of reach. So I just put them on a shelf and I just leave them there. I'm like, I'm done. So that's what's happening with me. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go to class. Bye.